Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Cultural Coast. I think this is the quietest you all have ever been on a Sunday morning. I don't know. Did we wear ourselves out last week? Is that what it was? Yeah, well, it's good to see you and it's good to be here with you. I'm very grateful. I'm Teresa Fieberts and you are bright lights. Bright lights in my life, bright lights in each other's life. Yeah, bright lights in the world. That's what I see when I look around. And that's what I know for each one of you popping in from home or wherever you happen to be. So this morning we have a wonderful opportunity to settle into this space, into our own being, in a way that is really healing. So I hope you're ready for that. I've been inspired by reading some of Ernest Holmes' biographies of Ernest Holmes, and reading about how he considered healing to be the most important aspect of this teaching and what he was trying to do. Healing and then teaching others to be healers. And I'm very inspired by that. And in our community, we have, I think, 12 practitioners now. And we are the ones that pray for you every week. Pray for you specifically when you give us prayer requests. And it's our honor and our privilege to do that. And there's healings going on. There are healings going on all the time here. Yeah. So I'm going to ask you, and I'll remind you hopefully again at the end of the service, that if you've had a healing this year, through something that you've requested our practitioners be involved in, come and let me know, and let me know if we can share that story. We can share it anonymously, but it's important that we all know what's going on, that there's a healing going on. And so this morning we have two of our practitioners that have been involved in that prayer work every single day, right? Every single day. Well, since February for these two, because they both came over to us from the Center for Spiritual Living, Sarasota. And so we have Kathleen Frankert and Jim Grove this morning, and they're going to be leading our contemplative service. And then we also have Bobby Fieberts, who is, of course, my beloved, and one of our practitioners, and then Diana Wyatt and Frankie Taylor. And so settle in. And to help you do that, you can close your eyes or lower your gaze, whatever you're comfortable doing. And bring yourself into this present moment, into your body, feeling yourself supported in the chair, being able to truly release, relax, let go. And know with me that while the chair supports your weight and the floor underneath that, and there's a foundation underneath that, that there is a universal energy, a source of life itself, that is the love and support that we lean into now. As we begin this time together, let us do so in that place of release. Release. Falling into the abyss of love. Falling into that ever-present realm of possibility. That place where all life, all form comes from that infinite, invisible realm into form. I give such thanks for the awareness of how life operates and my place in it. And I affirm for each one of us here, everyone at home, anyone that tunes in later, that this is how life operates. By bringing ourselves available to the fullness of life, the availability of this presence and power, and calling it forth by our word into form, into being, as a healing of thought, a healing of behavior, a healing of circumstance. This is a powerful moment, a transformative moment, and it is in great gratitude that I declare this time together as good and very good. As I give thanks for the presence of the divine here, now, saying yes to this thing called life in the most astonishing and amazing ways. I let my mind be blown this morning by the presence of God. And there is a healing going on. And so it is.
Thank you, Teresa. Here's a song from Elaine Silver called There Is Only One. We smile in the same language. We all breathe the same air. We are all connected. Let's join now together in prayer. There is no separation. There is only one. Move into transmutation. Feel the healing that's begun. We can help each other through this life. There is only one. When we stand together as the light, the healing has begun. Smile in the same language. We all breathe the same air. join now together in prayer. There is no separation. There is only one. Move into transformation. Feel the healing that's begun. When you feel joy, I feel you. When you are suffering, I am too. 'Cause there is only one. The healing has begun. We smile in the same language. We all breathe the same air. We are all connected. Let's join now together in prayer. There is no separation. There is only one. Move into transformation. Feel the healing that's begun. For healing is revealing. Trade false beliefs for truth. And healing is the feeling as we stand in the absolute. We smile in the same language. We all breathe the same air. We all are connected. Let's join now together in prayer. There is no separation. There is only one. Move into transformation. Feel a healing that's begun. For there is only one. There is only one. There is only one.
Oh, thank you so much, Joyful Noise, for that beautiful version of Elaine Silver's song, There's Only One. And Elaine is also one of our spiritual practitioners here at the Center for Spiritual Living Cultural Coast. And I just love that one phrase in there, that healing is revealing, trading false beliefs for truth. And that's what we're going to be talking about this morning. And just to let you know that Kathleen and I are so honored to be presenting this service to you, this contemplative service about healing is revealing. And also representing our team of practitioners, as Teresa said, we have 12. We're going to have 12 on board. So that you're very, very fortunate to have that many people with that kind of consciousness to know the truth for you. So to set the stage for today, we'd like to provide you with some background about what a practitioner is and the spiritual tool that we use, which is spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer. So what is a practitioner? So in the basic definition of the word, a practitioner is someone who practices the science of mind, spiritual principles, and uses affirmative prayer or spiritual mind treatment, and that could be and is every one of you. But a licensed spiritual practitioner is someone who's gone through a long, regimented course of study and has developed their consciousness to a certain level where they can know the spiritual truth, not only for themselves in the face of certain circumstances, but also for you, for other people, to support you in changing your life for the better by us knowing your spiritual truth for you. In a way, it's borrowing someone else's faith, and that's what you do so many times when you come to us as a practitioner for prayer. Now, what are the conditions that could be changed? Well, it could be anything. It could be a physical challenge. It could be a dissatisfying job. It could be a troublesome relationship or a lack of financial means. Any situation where the experience is less than what you expect of the goodness from God. So at Centers for Spiritual Living, we do believe that we are spiritual beings, first and foremost, having a human experience. So that means that human conditions are happening all the time. And we never deny the experience of those conditions. We always know that this is reality for people, what they're going through at the moment. But we do believe in exercising a choice, that we do have that choice to change our thinking and to transform our experience and create a new and better life experience. So in other words, we deny the power of those facts, of those circumstances, or those beliefs in those circumstances, and we know spiritual truth instead. Remember, principle, or God, is not bound by precedent or what's happened before. So having said that, though, I do want to read from the Science of Mind textbook what Dr. Ernest Holmes said about the medical profession, because you might be thinking, well, what do we believe about going to the doctor, about taking pills, about taking medications? So this is what he says in the Science of Mind textbook. Does it make any difference whether or not the patient is taking medicine? Not at all. If it gives them any relief, they should have it. We need all the relief we can get. He does have a sense of humor. The patient is healed when they no longer need medicine. Some think they dishonor God when they take a pill. This is superstition. Discard these thoughts and give your entire attention to realizing perfection for your patient. So, I am now going to turn it over to Kathleen, who will talk a little bit about spiritual mind treatment.
Well, hi, everybody. Happy to be here this morning with you. So, spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer, what is that about? So we just thought, because you're going to be hearing some spiritual mind treatment, some affirmative prayers as we go along this morning, well, let's just get grounded and understand this together. So spiritual mind treatment is sort of what it sounds like. We are treating our mind, our consciousness, to a different idea, to a different intention, right? This starts in consciousness. It's based on the belief that we are surrounded, we are immersed in, we are participating in a universal consciousness, a universal mind that's infinite and always operating through everything. And we use spiritual law to attract more of what we do desire, because we believe that this power and presence, this infinite source, is just that, infinite, and that there's always another level, there's always a deeper understanding, a deeper awareness, a deeper good that can be accomplished or can be received, and that in so doing, we don't diminish it for anyone else. My having good doesn't mean that somebody else doesn't get theirs. We all are participating in this, and we can participate in this infinite presence. Spiritual mind treatment uses 5 steps. And the steps are really helpful for us. They help us become more effective in training our consciousness, treating our consciousness to a new idea. So the first step is recognition. We recognize that infinite loving nature of God, or the universe, or nature, or however you feel most comfortable calling it into your awareness. We don't get hung up on those terms so much as just the feeling or the experience of it. The second is unification, where we recognize that we are never separate from that good. It is impossible. It's like saying, I'm going to separate my fingerprints from my body. It's impossible. We are always in line and aligned with that. It is we are of it, it is of us. The third step is realization. We use affirmations, those positive I am statements, to call to ourselves and use a feeling of building up this awareness of this new good, this new change that we want to experience, this feeling of transformation. And remember, we're not convincing this infinite power of anything. We're not pleading, we're not begging, we are affirming. We are saying we are aligned with that which it is in this new way, in this way that hasn't shown up until now. So we can have our concerns and so forth, but if we shift it to say, up until now we can step into a new and greater possibility for ourselves. The fourth is thanksgiving. We are grateful for the gift already given. And you say, well, how's that? I still have that ache. I still have that pain. I still have that relationship issue, whatever that might be. Well, imagine that somebody's asked you to go on a wonderful trip and they say, all expenses paid. And you would say, yes, thank you. You haven't packed a bag. You haven't even put a toothbrush in your overnight case, but you're already thankful and grateful for this trip that you have not even taken yet. And that's what the Thanksgiving step is about. We're already expecting this good, and therefore we're grateful in it. And finally, we release it. We let go and we let God. We detach from the expectation and let the law, this infinite presence, bring about a new experience. Probably and often far greater than we could ever anticipate or see for ourselves. And that's where the magic is. So Jim and I thought we would just take a couple minutes now to just an extemporaneous spiritual mind treatment for this service, just so you can kind of listen for the steps before we move along. So Jim's going to start.
Okay. I invite you to close your eyes and take these words as your own as we speak them. So I know that there is only one loving presence, one God, one Spirit Almighty, one life that has created everything. Everything that we can see, this entire physical universe, is the demonstration of the thought of this one mind. And I know that this one life has imbued this physical creation with everything that it needs to maintain and sustain. And that includes a healing power to change circumstances for the better. And this one power, this one presence, this one life is nothing but love. It does everything from the basis of love.
And I know, as an individualized expression of this one love, I am always one with it. I am never, and have never, and can never, and will never be separate from it. Its love is my love. Its joy is my joy. Its transformation is my transformation. It creates out of its consciousness as I create out of my consciousness, for good, for joy, for healing, for love, for all the goodness that God is, I am.
And right now, I affirm for not only myself, for everyone present this morning and for everyone who will be listening to these words at a different time or watching right now online, I know that there is a power for healing within each and every one of them. And I know that this service, everything that is said, everything that is read, the meditations, all of the prayers, they all combine to create and bestow a blessing on every person here that they can take with them and apply in their own lives. I affirm this good for each and every one of us now.
And so it is with deep gratitude that I faithfully accept this good. I know that as I accept this new awareness of healing taking place in this space, that there is a shift, there is this awareness for good, and I am so grateful in it. I'm as expectant and joyful as a child on Christmas Eve. For I know that this good is flourishing and it is mine. It is ours. I am so grateful in it.
So now I release my word into the law of good, the law of love, which has already taken these words and started building a manifestation around them for each and every person here. As I release this word, I do so in confidence, with full faith that it's already being achieved. The words are already being manifested and a beautiful demonstration is occurring. I totally release and let go and let God. and so it is.
So it is.
So now we're going to go into our part of the service where we're going to do some readings and meditations and other spiritual mind treatments. But before I do, just as an introduction to the first part that's going to be from Ernest Holmes, is that Holmes talks a lot about the physical body, but it can also include your body of affairs, which means your finances, your relationships, your career, any part of your life, anything that's going on in your life. That's your body of affairs. And when you hear the word disease, it really means dis-ease, or it means something that is in an imbalance that needs to be brought back into balance. So we invite you to set an intention right now for a healing you're looking for in your life, in whatever area that you're experiencing something that maybe is less than, or something that you want to experience that's greater than. So think about that. It could be a health issue, financial prosperity, perfect home, relationship, creative expression, whatever it is. Take that as your own intention for the rest of this service and as we go through with our readings and our prayers. So the first reading is from the Science of Mind textbook, Ernest Holmes, and it's entitled, What We Understand About Healing. So Dr. Holmes says, there is no question that people throughout the ages have been healed through prayer and faith, that they have mentally contacted a healing law in this spiritual universe of law and order. How did they contact this law? All prayer is mental, being a certain mental attitude, a certain way of thinking, a certain way of believing, an uplifting process, a belief in God. Some prayers fall short of this state, while others reach a state of spiritual awareness. We come to understand then that the answer to prayer is in the prayer when it is prayed. The belief of the one praying sets in motion the law of love, which is the fundamental law of the universe. Our life in reality is spiritual and mental, and until our thought is healed, no form of cure will be permanent. We understand that health is a mental as well as a physical state. We seek to heal our mentalities, knowing that to the degree in which we are successful, we shall also be healing our bodies. We know, too, that to the degree in which we are able to see a perfect person, they will appear. We feel that the spiritual or real person is perfect, and we seek to uncover this perfection which is within everyone's life. This is spiritual mind healing. We realize that mental healing must also be spiritual healing, for the two cannot be divorced. We know that a belief in duality, which is a belief in the power of good and the power of evil, has helped to destroy humanity, and the understanding of unity alone will heal it. We seek to realize this unity with God in all our healing work. Every treatment must carry with it a realization of God if it is to be a good treatment. We are not in any way superstitious about this, but understand that it is necessary, since all life is one and God is the one life in which we all live.
So Holmes continues on this topic in the textbook, talking about healing is revealing of spiritual truth. And he writes, healing is not creating a perfect idea or a perfect body. It is revealing an idea which is already perfect. Healing is not a process, it is a revelation through the thought of the practitioner to the thought of the patient. There may be a process in healing, but not a process of healing. The process in healing is the mental work and the time it takes the practitioner to convince themselves of the perfectness of their patient, and the length of time it takes the patient to realize that perfectness. Back of what we call the human body, there must be a divine body. It is not necessary to visualize this spiritual body, but we should sense body as a spiritual idea, that the flow and circulation of life through it is complete. It is not inhibited, not congested. Disease is a fact, but not a truth. It is an experience, but not a spiritual reality. We must transcend the appearance even though we admit it as a fact. We are not so cold-blooded as to say to a person with pain that there is no such thing as pain. That is not the idea or purpose. We admit the fact. It is quite a different thing to admit its necessity. We admit that there is unhappiness, but it would be unthinkable to admit that one has to be unhappy. Can it be true that there could be a universal necessity for unhappiness? It cannot. And the time will come when no one will be unhappy. I do not know when it will come. I'm not going to wait for it to come, but it is certain that such a time will arrive, and it will come to you and to me now in such degree as we let it come. We shall be able to let it come in such degree as we are able to convince our consciousness that it is there, and when it finally does come, we shall find that it always was there.
Thank you, Kathleen. So now I invite you to join me in this spiritual mind treatment given by Dr. Ernest Holmes on health of body, mind, and spirit from an episode of his radio program entitled This Thing Called Life. Following, there's going to be a brief moment of silence to contemplate what these words mean to you. And I invite you to take into your mind that intention that you set just a few minutes ago for the healing that you want to experience. So according to Holmes, every statement you make about your body or belief you hold about it, which causes the mind to accept spirit as the substance of your body, tends to heal. Say this to yourself: my body is a temple of the living Spirit. It is spiritual substance now. Every part of my body is in harmony with the living Spirit within me. The spirit of this divine life flows through every atom of my being, vitalizing, invigorating, and renewing every particle of my physical body. There is a pattern of perfection at the very center of my being, which is now operating through every organ, function, action, and reaction. My body is forever renewed by the Spirit. I am now made vigorous and whole. I possess the vitality of the infinite. I am strong and well. The life of the Spirit is my life. All of its strength is my strength. Its power is my power. Every breath I draw is a breath of perfection, vitalizing, upbuilding, and renewing every cell of my body. I am born of the Spirit. I am in the Spirit. I am the Spirit made manifest. And so it is.
I am healed, whole and healthy. I relax and visualize. I am healed, whole and healthy. I am well, I am well. I am healed, whole and healthy. I relax and visualize. Healed, whole and healthy. I am well, I am well. I am healed, whole and healthy. I accept and I receive. Healed, whole and healthy. I am well, I am well, I am well. I am healed, whole and healthy. Angels are watching over me. Healed, whole and healthy. I am well, I am well, I am well. Healed, whole, healed, whole, healed, whole, well. I am healed, whole and healthy. I've got love surrounding me. Healed, whole and healthy. I am well, I am well, I am well. I am healed, whole and healthy. I've got love surrounding me. Healed, whole and healthy. I am well, I am well, I am well, I am well. All is well, all is well, all is well, all is well. I am well.
Such a beautiful affirmation of our healing consciousness. It's a great tool to use. Thank you. So Louise Hay, many of you may be familiar with Louise Hay. She's probably one of the most foremost authors and teachers in contemporary New Thought literature. What you may not know about Louise is that she too was a licensed spiritual practitioner. She studied science of mind and used those techniques and spiritual mind treatment throughout her career. Studied under the centers, what used to be called centers, what is called now Centers for Spiritual Living, and formerly was Religious Science or Science of Mind Church. Louise was a survivor. She was a survivor of emotional, physical, and sexual abuse as a child. And she used these teachings to heal herself and then to go on and teach others and write about this. She came to the forefront during the AIDS epidemic and had amazing results with that community and began her writing career as a result, going on to write 30 books for children and adults about the nature of healing and how we can heal, cooperate with this greater consciousness for healing. So today I'm going to share a brief passage from her foremost bestseller, You Can Heal Your Life. And then Jim is going to share one of her affirmative prayers. So I invite you to take in her words of encouragement and faith. This passage is entitled, All Dis-ease Comes from a State of Unforgiveness. Whenever we are ill, we need to search our hearts to see who it is we need to forgive. The Course in Miracles says that, quote, all dis-ease comes from a state of unforgiveness, and that whenever we are ill, we need to look around to see who it is that we need to forgive. I would add to that concept that the very person you find hardest to forgive is the one you need to let go of the most. Forgiveness means giving up, letting go. It has nothing to do with condoning behavior. It's just letting the whole thing go. We do not have to know how to forgive. All we need to do is to be willing to forgive. The universe will take care of the hows. We understand our own pain so well, how hard it is for most of us to understand that they, whoever they are, we need most to forgive, were also in pain. We need to understand that they were doing the best they could with the understanding, awareness, and knowledge they had at that time. When people come to me with a new problem, I don't care what it is. Poor health, lack of money, unfulfilling relationships, or stifled creativity. The only thing I ever work on, and that is, there's only one thing I ever work on, and that is loving the self. I find that when we really love and accept and approve of ourselves exactly as we are, then everything in life works. It's as if little miracles are everywhere. Our health improves, we attract more money, our relationships become more fulfilling, and we begin to express ourselves in creatively fulfilling ways. All this seems to happen without even trying. Loving and approving of yourself, creating a space of safety, trusting, and deserving and accepting will create organization in your mind, create more loving relationships in your life, attract a new job, and a better and new place to live, and even enable your body weight to normalize. People who love themselves and their bodies neither abuse themselves or others. Self-approval and self-acceptance in the now are the main keys to positive changes in every area of our lives. Loving the self, to me, begins with never criticizing ourselves for anything. Never criticizing ourselves for anything. Criticism looks into the very pattern, criticism locks us into the very pattern we are trying to change. Understanding and being gentle with ourselves helps us to move out of it. Remember, you have been criticizing yourself for years and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens.
I invite you to join me in affirmative prayer again, this one written by Louise Hay. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. I believe in a power far greater than I am that flows through me every moment of every day. I open myself to the wisdom within, knowing that there is only one intelligence in this universe. Out of this one intelligence comes all the answers, all the solutions, all the healings, all the new creations. I trust this power and intelligence, knowing that whatever I need to know is revealed to me, and that whatever I need comes to me in the right time, space, and sequence. All is well in my world, and so it is.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am. Letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when I feel I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love.
What a beautiful, beautiful song to be the backdrop to set the intention for our final meditation today. And in her book, Louise Hay includes this meditation on the power of love to support healing in any area of life: physical, spiritual, emotional, financial. So as we conclude our portion of today's service, Jim and I will be sharing this meditation. We invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable. And as we move through this, we invite you to repeat some of these ideas in your own heart space and let that love permeate every thought along the way.
In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. I live in harmony and balance with everyone I know.
Deep at the center of my being, there is an infinite well of love. I now allow this love to flow to the surface.
It fills my heart, my body, my mind, my consciousness, my very being, and it radiates out from me in all directions and returns to me multiplied.
The more love I use and give, the more I have to give. The supply is endless.
The use of love makes me feel good. It is an expression of my inner joy.
I love myself. Therefore, I take loving care of my body. I lovingly feed it nourishing foods and beverages. I lovingly groom and dress it. And my body lovingly responds to me with vibrant health and energy.
I love myself. Therefore, I provide for myself a comfortable home, one that fills all my needs and is a pleasure to be in. I fill the rooms with the vibration of love so that all who enter, myself included, will feel this love and be nourished by it.
I love myself. Therefore, I work at a job I truly enjoy doing, one that uses my creative talents and abilities, working with and for people I love and who love me, and earning a good income.
I love myself. Therefore, I behave and think in a loving way to all people. For I know that which I give out returns to me multiplied. I only attract loving people in my world, for they are a mirror of what I am.
I love myself. Therefore, I forgive and totally release the past and all past experiences, and I am free.
I love myself. Therefore, I live totally in the now, experiencing each moment as good and knowing that my future is bright and joyous and secure. For I am a beloved child of the universe, and the universe lovingly takes care of me now and forevermore.
All is well in my world, and so it is.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's service on healing. It's been a wonderful experience providing this to you. Thank you for being here. And now it's our time for offering, our time for giving back to this source of good in our lives that we call Center for Spiritual Living, Cultural Coast. And your offerings, your gifts help us to provide that healing energy to each and every one of you and to others in the world beyond. And we thank you so much for all of your gifts that you provide so willingly and generously. And please just know with me now that these gifts here given are gifts that go forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper the world. And they return to me multiplied abundantly, abundantly with love. I give great thanks for this, and so it is.
Thank you, Jim and Kathleen. Let's sing together. I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy and pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on. I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy and pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on.
Wowee. You feeling good? Yeah. Oh, thank you both so much. So fabulous. My heart is overflowing. Just so beautiful. Thank you for the music. Thank you. It was so good. This whole month is on healing. So come back. Next week, we're going to delve a little bit into the history, a little beyond Louise Hay, back to Mesmer and Quimby and some of that fun stuff, yeah? And then we'll look forward, too, to some of the amazing work that's now being done by people like Joe Dispenza and whatnot. So we've got a lot to cover this month and a lot of healing to do. And I'm so grateful to be in community with these folks up here and all our practitioners and all of you. So thank you so much for being here with us. Just a couple announcements. You want to make sure you're here on the 19th. That's our annual meeting. That meeting is for everyone. So we hope everyone attends and is here. If you're at home, the meeting will be on Zoom, so we'll send out a link for that in the newsletter. So everybody will have an opportunity to participate, and we're going to eat together. We're going to have a bagel brunch this year in honor of the Center for Spiritual Living Sarasota and our merger with them and our beloved Erwin Wolfson, who so much loved those lox and bagels. So be here for a beautiful spread. We're inviting you to bring side, salad, dessert. There's a sign up over here on the table. And also, if you've got hands to come help that morning, it always, last year I think we had something like 75 people here for that. So a lot of hands are helpful for that. Wednesday night, Jim leads a spiritual living circle online. There's a sign up for that, and it's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. Nicole helps him with that. Kathleen's usually there, but it's a great time of conversation about spiritual concepts, usually following or always starting out to follow the Science Mind magazine. So you get a magazine and you've got a good conversation going. So you can sign up over there for that. Prayer requests. Jim's our practitioner of the day. So if you want a few minutes with him, take this opportunity. You can also fill out a prayer request form over here to my right and just put it in the basket, and we'll keep you in prayer for this week. You can always also just email prayer@cslculturalcoast.org. And we're honored to be in prayer with you and for you. Newsletter, there's more information always coming out every Thursday, so make sure you sign up for that. And I see Camille putting out the coffee. There's bagels, there's cupcakes. So stick around and let's chat and nosh. Thank you again so much. And Bobby and Diana and Frankie are gonna close us out.
Stand up and help us. That seat's warm enough. Love, 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 love. Nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Nothing you can make that can't be made. Nothing you can save that can't be saved. No one you can do, but you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy. All you need is love. There we go. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Nothing you can know that isn't known. Nothing you can see that isn't shown. Nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. All needs love. Oh, that too. All together now. All you need is love. Everybody. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. Love is all you need.